Drip, drip, drip. The constant, repetitious sound of the water hitting the stones below her feet threatened to drive her mad. Kennedy tried to wiggle her fingers, but knew they'd long since gone numb from the tightly bound, thick rope used to tie them. Her shoulders ached from her arms being suspended high above her head. He got great amusement from letting her fall down the well shaft, only to pull her back up just before she drowned in the water below. The sick bastard needed to learn to pick better victims. Kennedy had learned the art of transcending out of body by the time she was 10 years old. He had left hours ago. She had no idea when and if he'd return. It took her a moment, but she managed to swing forward enough to touch the perimeter with her foot. The circular walls proved too far apart to scale, but they weren't smooth, and her only hope would be to find footing and climb out. Without the use of her hands. A weird sound replaced the sound of the water. It reminded her of a hound dog sniffing through the woods to find its prey. She threw her head back to look above her, not wanting to be surprised by his next sadistic act. Kennedy screamed as loud and hard as she could at the sight at the top of the well. The monster that peered down at her would have put any she'd ever dreamed up as a child to shame. Grotesque and deformed, it sent spasms of fear through her body.
FR friend.
The creature mumbled. Once she'd calmed enough to focus on the monster, she noticed the aura projected carried the same color of Madison's, a soft hue that meant no harm. "I'm sorry you frightened me," Kennedy said.
Eat food.
The creature hopped down the well, using its hand and feet to grip the rocks. It reminded her of a frog jumping from branch to branch. "Please let me out, help me get out of here," Kennedy begged.
Eats food.
The weird-looking thing shoved a half-dead rat in her face and Kennedy's stomach rolled. "Please help me," Kennedy whispered as she tried to lean her face away from the rodent. The creature sighed and shoved the rat at Kennedy again. Cruel and unusual didn't describe the idea of being force-fed a living rat, but Kennedy didn't detect any malice from the deformed being. "I can't eat that, I just can't," she whispered.
Mother friend eat.
When she looked deep into its eyes, she saw a gentle kindness which took her by surprise. Whatever this creature was, it was fully intent on helping her whether she wanted it or not. She couldn't eat a rat, though. The thought disgusted her. The minute her mouth opened to speak, he shoved the rat in and held it in place despite the thrashing of her head. Though she expected to taste fur or some other horrid taste, what she got made her wonder what the hell had happened. Her mouth filled with the sweetest of honey, a taste so pure and perfect it brought tears to her eyes. Unable to stop herself, her tongue flickered over the obstruction at her lips and she moaned. God help her, but she wanted more.
Back tomorrow.
Then the creature scaled back up the well walls and disappeared from her sight. With her confusion at an all-time high, Kennedy just stared at the place it vacated. Did she just drink and enjoy rat-s blood? She knew she didn't chew anything, so where did the rat go? What in the world was going in? Her arms tingled as the blood flowed freely through them. She could feel her fingers once more and they didn't hurt. The creature healed her, though she didn't know how. That could be the only explanation as to why she could move her hands at all. Why didn't it just help her out of the wells?